visiting Saints of Aquinas. A 5'3" senior, number 1, Adrian Yonko. A 5'8" senior, number 6, Jenna Barrett. A 5'10" junior, number 7, Abby Harpenoff. A 5'11" sophomore, number 13, Chloe Mitchell. A 6'1" senior, number 18, Jenny Roselle. A 6'1" sophomore, number 23, Abby Perkins. And a 6' senior, number 24, Emily Jones. The head coach of Aquinas is Brown Campbell. And now the starting lineup for your Indiana Tech Warriors. A 5'7" sophomore from Sparta, Michigan, number 1, Andrea Shriver. A 5'9" freshman from Mantorville, Minnesota, number 2, Noelle Van Orn. A 5'3" junior from Florence, Kentucky, number 5, JC Bluss. A 5'9" senior from Pickerington, Ohio, number 9, Madeleine Cummings. A 5'10" junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 13, Emma Westra. A 5'3" junior from Fort Thomas, Kentucky, number 15, Olivia Gessner. And a 6'1" graduate student from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 17, Madeleine Omo. Assistant coaches for the Warriors are Robert Ochoa, Callie Popolsky. The head coach of your Warriors, Courtney Wilson. Good luck, ladies.
Well, welcome everyone to Indiana Tech Volleyball. This broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff bringing you the broadcast, and tonight we have got Indiana Tech versus Aquinas. The starting lineups have been announced. Indiana Tech started the season 4-7, and since then they have won 13 of the last 15. 13-2 is their record since that slow start. Their overall record is 17-9. And they look to build on that, even though they did lose their most recent game, which was on the road against Lourdes. Tech also lost their most recent game against Aquinas. That was a 3-1 loss as far as sets were concerned. They were swept by Aquinas a year ago, both in the regular season and in the postseason. In fact, Indiana Tech is going to have back-to-back games and back-to-back days. Tomorrow they take on Coverstone. That'll be part of the WAC conference, a WAC conference matchup. Right now, Indiana Tech is tied for first in the WAC conference with Madonna. Tech is receiving votes to get into the top 10 or top 25, but has not quite cracked those rankings just yet. This is Jenna Barons back to serve for Aquinas and get us underway here from the Schaefer Center on the Indiana Tech campus, and we are underway. That's bumped up in the air by Brust. Sent back over. That's going to go out of bounds. So it's going to be a 1-0 lead for Aquinas, as I believe that was Madeleine Omo, who's from right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I believe she went to Bishop Dwenger, if I'm not mistaken, and she transferred here to Indiana Tech from another Fort Wayne school. That's St. Francis, as that serve goes out of bounds, and that point will go to Tech. So the two teams trade points, and a sub comes in for the Saints. That's Meredith Krause. And entering the game for Tech is Taylor Paul. She's from New Bremen, Ohio. Bumped up in the air, blocked down. And I think that was number 10, Paul, Taylor Paul. And it was Paul indeed who gets the point for Indiana Tech. Serving here, by the way, is Noelle Van Ort. She is the leader in kills for the Warriors. She's from Mantorville, Minnesota. That's blocked up in the air. It goes out of bounds. It went off of Tech, and the point will go to Aquinas. And that ties this set up at 2 apiece. Abby Harpenow from Niles, Michigan to serve. She's the libero for the Saints. Omo sends it over. Maybe a chance here for Omo. But instead, it's going to be Taylor Paul with the kill. I believe that's 2 kills for her in this match so far, as some subs will enter the game. Mallory Green and Haviland Cummings check in. Cummings was listed as one of the starters for Courtney Wilson's Warriors. That's bumped up in the air. Little kill attempt there by Paul. Doesn't quite get it. And that one goes down, and that kill, I believe, will go to Jackie Roselle. Bumped up by Shriver, and just barely poked down by Haviland Cummings. And the Warriors take the 4-3 lead. That one just clears the net, and it will be an ace for Shriver. Andrea Shriver from Sparta, Michigan, going against a team in Aquinas that is based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Sent back over by Shriver, bumped up in the air by Mitchell, Chloe Mitchell, and Mitchell gets her hands on another one. Kept alive by Omo, and the kill for Taylor Paul. And the Warriors will add to their lead. They're up 3. 6-3 here in set number 1. Shriver with another serve, and this one goes out of bounds. This is Kenzie Dobasevich on the serve, and her serve just lands inside the line. That is an ace for Kenzie Dobasevich out of Constantine, Michigan. Dobasevich at it again. Bumped up in the air. Paul goes for it. She's got it. She's got the kill again. Makes it a 2-point lead for the Warriors, and a sub into the game. That's Olivia Gessner who comes in. Bumped up in the air by Kenzie Dobasevich. And Blust bumps it up on the other side. Blocked back down, and that was Chloe Mitchell. Well, so far, Taylor Paul has been the star of the night for Indiana Tech, even though that last kill went to Aquinas. But Paul has, I believe, 4 kills already. That one's just barely punched over. Cummings going for it. Good recovery there by Van Ort. And now Aquinas will look to get it back over. Going for the block. Van Ort keeps it up. And Cummings gets the initial block. And that point will go to Tech. Haviland Cummings from Pickerington, Ohio, gets the point for Indiana Tech. She'll take a quick breather as Madeleine Omo comes into the game. Graduate student from right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Went to Bishop Dwenger High School and transferred to Tech from another Fort Wayne school. That's St. Francis. St. Francis, not too long a distance outside downtown Fort Wayne. It is in Fort Wayne. It's just not in downtown Fort Wayne. It's kind of in the southern portion, southwest portion, you might say, of Fort Wayne. J.C. Blust with the serve for Indiana Tech. And that one is just kept in play. Meredith Krause with the kill. Chloe Mitchell to serve. Punched over, and that one just barely lands inside. Emma Westra gets the point. Westra from right here in Fort Wayne. She went to Snyder High School And she gets, I believe, her first kill of the night. 9-7 in favor of Indiana Tech. Kept alive, bumped back over. That was Madeleine Omo who bumped it over. Bumped up in the air. Here's Van Ort, and she's going to get the kill. That went off of two Saints, and Van Ort, the Mantorville, Minnesota native, comes up with the kill. I believe this is Westra. Now check that. She served last time. I think it's going to be an illegal touch. It's going to be a point to the Warriors. Beg your pardon, this is Emma Westra who's serving. Bumped up in the air. Mitchell knocks it over. She'll get the kill. Or check that. I believe that was number 7, Abby Harpenow. And some subs will come in for Aquinas. That is Jackie Roselle. Blust bumps it up in the air. Swatted over by Westra. And that one went off the hands of Omo. And the point will go to Aquinas. Rachel Carlson on the serve, and that point will go to Aquinas. And they've cut it down to a 1-point set, 11-10, in favor of Indiana Tech. That's bumped up in the air, swatted down, and that will be a kill for Madeleine Omo. Madeleine Omo was named Attacker of the Week in the WAC Conference earlier this week, by the way, and comes up with a nice kill there, but that time the point's going to go to Abby Harpenow, and it's now 12-11. We are in the first set here at the Schaefer Center on the campus of Indiana Tech. In fact, inside the Schaefer Center, we are on Klein Court. That one goes out. Point to Tech. 12-10 in favor of the Warriors. 13-11 in favor of the Warriors. Served over by Mallory Green. And she scores on the ace. Green will go back and serve again. She's from Moreland, Indiana. Went to Union High School over in that town. This time it goes out. Green was going for back-to-back aces, but wasn't so lucky the second time. This is Madeleine Omo who comes into the game. Jennifer Johnson serves it for Aquinas, just barely poked over by Cummings. Swatted down, and there's a kill for Jackie Roselle. Jackie Roselle leads Aquinas in kills. She's got 222 of those, I should say, coming into play tonight. Bumped up in the air. Here's a chance at a kill, and they get one. Taylor Paul. Taylor Paul comes into this game with 202 kills. She's the third leading attacker for Indiana Tech coming into play tonight. And she's a sophomore from Ohio. Bumped up in the air. Blust, she bumps it up in the air, and that one barely clears the net on the shot from Westra. And that one will dive right in front of J.C. Blust, who, try as she might, could not get it back over and prevent the Aquinas point. Tech leads 15-14. Now, we've also got some Indiana Tech hockey going on tonight. That is going to get started in about 15 minutes as that ball is just barely poked over by Andrea Shriver. Apparently they're going to give the point to Aquinas. I thought Shriver punched it over, but no point for her. Shriver bumps this one up. Rejected. Abby Perkins gets the block and the lead for Aquinas. They're up 16-15. That's bumped up in the air. Here's Shriver. And that one barely clears the net. And that's going to drop on the shot. That's Perkins again. Back-to-back kills for Abby Perkins. She got the block last time, and this time the kill. And we've got a timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Welcome back. We are just out of the timeout. 17-15. Indiana Tech had the lead for most of this first set. But Aquinas has come back to take the lead. And this will be the Saints getting the set here as Kenzie Dobasevich will serve. She gets it over to Blust. And that one goes off the net. That's a point for Aquinas. And they go up 18-15 here in set number one. I believe Tech was up 15-13 at one point. The last 5 points have gone to Aquinas, but that streak ends here. It's a net violation against the Saints. And that's Chloe Mitchell, who seems to be pleading her case with the side judge. But it's going to stand as a point for Tech. Taylor Paul with the serve. Swatted down, and the kill for Abby Perkins. She's another sophomore from Spring Lake, Michigan, 19-16. Aquinas with the lead. They won the last match against Indiana Tech earlier this year. That 3-1 was the score in that one. That's just barely bumped over. I think that was Van Ort who knocked it over. Shriver bumps it up in the air. Cummings sends it over, but the return by Dobasevich. Westra sends it over, but a chance to return for Aquinas. Kept in play by Westra. Kept alive by Aquinas. And on the kill is Emily Jones, a senior from Mason, Michigan. Sammy Teachworth sends it off the net. That makes it 20-17, as it's been a while since Indiana Tech has gotten back-to-back points here in this first set. It has happened, but it's been a while. Bumped up in the air by Mitchell, and that one just clears the net. I believe that was Meredith Krause from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. And they're up 21-17. And another timeout. This one taken by Indiana Tech, and we'll be back after 1 minute here on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything.
21-17. Aquinas leads Indiana Tech here in set number 1. Tech had led for most of this first set, but Aquinas has outscored them lately, I believe 8-2 rather. That was after Tech took a 15-13 lead. And the serve there by Chloe Mitchell, out of bounds, and it goes as a point for Tech. And now the lefty on the other side, Emma Westra, from right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. She went to Snyder High School. Her serve gets over. Blocked down, kept alive, though, by Emily Jones. And that's going to be a kill for number 22, Meredith Krause. (22-18). As Indiana Tech was unable to score on their own serve on that last possession. They've got another conference matchup tomorrow as Cornerstone comes in here for a 1 o'clock match. I'll be here for the call once again. Swatted over by Westra. Bumped up in the air, but Van Ort couldn't get to it. It's 23-18. And now Jenna Barron's back to serve for Aquinas. Blust bumps it up in the air, swatted down, kept alive, swatted again, and the kill for Madeleine Omo. 23-19. Do the Warriors have a rally in them? As Aquinas is 2 points away from taking set number 1. And that one is going to come up short. Abby Harpenow couldn't send it over. And Tech has back-to-back points. They're down 23-20. And Noelle Van Ort will be back to serve a second time. Her serve gets over, bumped up in the air by Harpenow. Beg your pardon, I believe that's Yondo who's at the libero, and that point's going to go to Aquinas, and now we are at set point. And Adrian Yondo from Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is where Aquinas is located, gets set to serve it. She gets it over. Bumped up in the air, the return by Tech. And that one goes down. The point will go to Jackie Roselle, and that ends set number 1. Aquinas takes set number 1, 25-20, and we will be back after this break as we get closer to set number 2. You are watching Indiana Tech Volleyball, and this broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Well, we are just about ready to start the second set. Aquinas takes set number 1, 25-20. With a final point being scored by Jackie Roselle, who came into this game as Aquinas' leading scorer. She was the one who got set point for Aquinas. Jackie Roselle, by the way, is a native of Grand Rapids, Michigan. She's playing in her own hometown, basically. Went to Forest Hills Northern High School. Aquinas, of course, is located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and so is Cornerstone University. They will be here tomorrow, as Indiana Tech will try to pull off back-to-back wins against the WAC Conference, but they'll need to climb back into this one, and they get an opening ace from Noelle Van Oort. So Tech takes the early 1-0 lead. They fell behind 1-0 at the start of the first set. They start out ahead 1-0 start of the second set as they try to come from behind in this one. But it's Aquinas who will get that point. I think it was Meredith Krause who got the kill as Jenna Behrens from Zeeland, Michigan will check into the game. We are tied at 1 apiece. This is Behrens, gets it over, bump back up in the air. And that kill is good. That's Taylor Paul. Warriors take a 2-1 lead as Blust will go back to serve for Tech. Madeleine Omo has come into the game for the Warriors. Sent back over, kept alive. Shriver bumps it up in the air. Paul gets the kill. Ryan Campbell, the head coach for Aquinas, he wanted a net violation. And I believe he used to coach at Cornerstone. Again, they'll be here tomorrow as they take on Indiana Tech. Cornerstone University also located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That one just barely gets over on the bump by Paul. Omo pushes it over and gets the point. It's a 4-1 lead for Tech. They've scored the last 3 points. Bump back up in the air. That's Mitchell and swatted down on the kill. Might have been Mitchell. Got the kill. This is Adrian Yondo who will serve. Bumped up in the air by Blust. Paul pokes it over. Yondo goes for the set, and the point will go to Meredith Krause. That's back-to-back points for the Saints. They're down 4-3. Yondo back to serve again. Swatted over, that's going out. That was Katrina Reynolds who was trying to send it over. She's a Michigan native. She's from Temperance, Michigan. Went to Bedford High School in that town. As Yondo serves it for Aquinas. That's bumped back up by Yondo. Good dig effort there by Yondo. And that leads to a point for Aquinas. And they're up 5-4. Last 4 points belong to the Saints after being down 4-1. Blust bumps it up, swatted back, all kept alive nicely by Shriver. But a good dig on the other end by Yondo. That's deflected up in the air, kept alive apparently by Van Oort. That one goes out of bounds. Perkins sent it a little bit wide. And here is Andrea Shriver to serve it for Indiana Tech. The swat by Perkins. And the kill by Abby Harpenow. And Aquinas retakes the lead. They're up 6-5. They lead the match 1-0. Won a regular season match against Indiana Tech earlier this year up at Aquinas. The final score there was 3-1. And Tech trying to get it over, and that is just barely poked over by Emma Westra, the Fort Wayne native. The Snyder graduate scores, and she ties the game at 6 apiece. And that's going to go out of bounds. That actually hit one of the officials. And obviously that was inadvertent, but either way it's going to be a point for Aquinas. The officials are not in play, if you will. They're outside the court. And this is Kenzie Dobasevich from Constantine, Michigan to serve. Swatted down by Omo. Aquinas keeps it alive. And Omo will get another chance, a little soft touch. Dug out by Mitchell. And did that hit the line? No, it did not. Just beyond the line. Mallory Green will serve. She's from Moreland, Indiana. And she gets it over, bumped up in the air. Dobasevich had to chase it down. That's dug out by Green. Redirected back the other way. And that's going to be a point to Aquinas. An attack error against Tech. And Emily Jones will come back into the game for the Saints. Westra swats it down and gets the kill. Emma Westra knocked it down at an angle, and she'll get rewarded with a chance to serve in a tie game at 8-8. Tie set, I should say. She does get it over. Bumped up in the air by Mitchell. Just poked back over by Shriver. Now it's kept alive by Yondo. Poked over by Cummings. That's bumped up in the air by Westra. I beg your pardon, I think that was Gessner. It's still alive, by the way, and Gessner sends it over. Deflected, Gessner is there. And that's going to be, I believe, either an attack error. Nope, net violation. Aquinas will get the point. And Chloe Mitchell will serve for the Saints. That's kept in play by Westra. Westra bumps it over. Chance at a return, and Jones puts it over on the kill. That's back-to-back points for Aquinas. They're up 10-8 here in set number 2. Shriver keeps it alive. Pushed back over. I think that was Van Ort. No, check that. It was Westra. But that one's going to go off the hands of Gessner. And the point for Aquinas, they're up 11. They've scored the last 3 points. 11-8. Say they're up 3. They're up by a score of 11-8 here in set number 2. Bumped up in the air, and that one will crawl over the net, but still alive. Gessner chases it down. Van Ort trying to get a chance at a return. It's Westra who swats it, and she'll get the point. After the last 3 points had been scored by Aquinas, Indiana Tech gets a key point there, and they're down 2. 11-9 the score. And this is Noelle Van Ort to serve. And that one went off the face of Van Ort. Kind of caught her off guard, and that's going to be a point to Aquinas as she couldn't quite return it. Into the game comes Jenna Behrens for the Aquinas Saints. They lead it 12-9. They lead the match 1-0. We are in set number 2 here at Klein Court in the Schaefer Center at Indiana Tech. Shriver sends it up in the air, poked over by Taylor Paul. Paul is there, keeps it alive. It's a net violation and a timeout taken by Indiana Tech. And with that, we'll be right back on this break to Tech Volleyball on this edition of Tech Volleyball brought to you by Summit City Sports.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Well, it is 13-9 Aquinas here in set number 2. They lead this match over Indiana Tech 1-0. Jenna Behrens will serve for the Saints. Just barely dug out by Blust. Swatted down by Paul, and she gets the kill. The Warriors get the point. They're down 3, 13-10 the score. How about the play there by J.C. Blust? This one's bumped up into the air by Mitchell. A swat, and that one goes off the hands of Abby Harpenow. That's back-to-back points for the Warriors as J.C. Blust is there for the serve. Blust keeps it alive. Paul swats it down. Redirected, though, by Harpenow as she digs it out. And that's barely poked over by Omo. And tapped back over by Dobasevich. And this one goes out of bounds. And I beg your pardon, that was actually, it was Jackie Roselle who poked it over. She'll get the point. And it's a 14-11 lead for Aquinas as Adrian Yondo will serve for the Saints. Blust redirects her serve. Blocked down. And that one's barely poked over. Kept alive by Aquinas. And the point will go to Indiana Tech. Aquinas had probably 6 or 7 chances at that ball, but could not get it back over the net. And it's 14-12 in favor of the Warriors. When we last checked, another broadcast that was going on Indiana Tech was hockey against Penn State, women's hockey against Penn State. It looked like they did not have a score in that one. Shriver's serve just clears the net. That one goes off the hands of Paul, and the kill will go to Abby Harpenow. Abby Harpenow came into this match with 170 kills. Dug out by Blust. Westra sent it too long. 16-12 in favor of Aquinas. They lead the match 1-0. Took match number 1 by a score of 25-20. But that serve will go out of bounds. Jennifer Johnson sent it a little bit too long. Into the game for Tech comes Olivia Gessner, native of Fort Thomas, Kentucky. That's a Highlands High School down there. 16-13 the score. Sometimes forget volleyball's not exactly a timed sport. And that kill will go to Abby Perkins as she sent it just off of Van Ort. And it's a 17-13 lead for Aquinas. Dobasevich will serve it for Aquinas, I beg your pardon, and her serve is going to be returned. Bumped over by Paul. And the kill for number 22, Meredith Krause. And it's 18-13. I believe Aquinas now has the last 3 points in this game. Swatted back over by Omo. Be an error against Indiana Tech, so it's 19-13. Point goes to Aquinas. They're up 6. Shriver bumps it up in the air, swatted down, but that's out. Madeleine Omo could not keep it in play. And a timeout taken by Indiana Tech. We'll take a timeout right along with them here on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Aquinas leads Indiana Tech 20-13 here in set number 2. The Saints lead the match 1-0. Kenzie Dobasevich to serve for Aquinas. Van Ort swats it down and she'll get the kill. Tech still down 6. They look to put a rally together here in set number 2. And it's going to be Mallory Green to serve for the Warriors. Green sends it off the net, and that will not go over. So Aquinas gets the point. They're up 21-14 here in set number 2. Perkins gets it over. Green, or check that, Van Oort, able to get it over. Mitchell was able to keep it alive. That's kept up in the air. Blust couldn't keep it up. And it's 22-14 Aquinas as they try to push closer and closer to taking set number 2. Abby Perkins to serve. Van Oort bumps it up in the air. Westra sends it over. A hard swat by Westra. Kept alive by Blust. Westra tips it over. Nice recovery, though, by Chloe Mitchell. Van Oort swats it. That's kept up in the air. The return by Perkins. Westra sends it over. And that will be a net violation against Aquinas, so the point goes to Indiana Tech. Bumped up by Mitchell, swatted down by Jones. Gessner was able to keep it alive, and Van Oort with the return. Bumped up in the air. Here's Van Oort again, and that deflected. Looked like off of Mitchell, so a point for the Warriors. And a much-needed point. They're now down 22-16. I believe 7 is the most they've been down in this set as Westra serves it over. That's deflected, goes off of Van Oort, make it 23-16 in favor of Aquinas. It's Kraus who will get the kill. Update from one of the high school football games. Of course, we at Summit City Sports are pleased to bring you Indiana Tech volleyball as well as soccer, hockey, and basketball. We also bring you high school football. We'll get you an update on that in a little bit as Shriver keeps this one alive. Westra sends it over. Still a chance for Aquinas to return. They do return it. Van Oort had to go away from the net to get to the ball. Return, that was Cummings with the block. Poked over, dug out by Van Oort. That's still alive, but not for long. Andrea Shriver will get the kill. Well, there's a close game going on over at New Haven High School. They trail Huntington North 7-6, but it looks like New Haven's knocking on the door. That's high school football on Summit City Sports. Last check, Bishop Dwenger was leading Northrop, and they still are, 13-7 over there at Spooler Stadium. I think that's going to be a net violation on Aquinas, so that's going to be back-to-back points for Indiana Tech. They're down 23-18. In fact, they've got, I believe, the last 3 points in this one. Kept alive by Shriver. Bump back over by Jones. Van Oort with the return. Dobasevich keeps it alive. Shriver sends it up. Cummings, the swat, gets the point. Andrea Cummings just barely dropped it into no man's land. And here's Van Oort, who's back to serve for the Warriors. They're down 23-19, looking to come from behind and even this match. Jones has it returned. I think it was Cummings, either her or Shriver, who got a hand on it. That was dug out nicely by Katrina Reynolds. That's going toward the stands, and a point for Tech. Taylor Paul with the kill. And the Warriors have a rally going. Timeout called by Aquinas. Warriors trying to even this match. Back after 1 minute here on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything.
We're back. 23-20. Indiana Tech has been down, I believe, by as many as 7 points in this second set. They're down 1-0 so far in the match. And that one goes out of bounds. Another point for the Warriors. They have pulled within 2. And Van Oort is back to serve again. She gets it over. Bumped up in the air by Mitchell. Off the hands of Van Oort. And this is going to be set point. 24-21. Aquinas with the point, and that kill will go to Chloe Mitchell. And here to serve is Jenna Behrens. Behrens sends it over, bumped up in the air. Shriver sends it up, all swatted back, and I think that was Harpenow at set point. And Aquinas takes set number 2, 25-21. A valiant comeback effort by Indiana Tech, but that comeback falls short. And we got about 3 minutes until set number 3 gets started. We'll be back after this break. You are watching Indiana Tech Volleyball on this broadcast brought to you by Summit City Sports.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Well, we are just about ready for set number 3 here at Klein Court in the Schaefer Center at Indiana Tech. Aquinas leads it 2-0, and they're looking to close out a sweep against the homestanding Warriors of Indiana Tech. The Saints won 3-1 when Tech went up to Grand Rapids earlier this year. Tech put together a valiant effort in that second set to make it 23-21 after they had been down by as many as 7 points. But Aquinas was able to answer with 2 straight points of their own, and they win the set 25-21. Adrian Yondo will come into the game, and there to serve for the start of set number 3 is Jenna Behrens for the Aquinas Saints. Behrens punches it over. That's bumped up in the air by J.C. Blust. Van Oort with the return, but that one goes long. 1-0 here in set number 3, the lead for Aquinas. We do have an update from Indiana Tech women's hockey, that game against Penn State. No score in the first period of that one, 2:46 to go. Call that an update if you want to, even though there's no score. As Van Oort puts it over, but it's returned. That's either going to be Harpenau or Jones. I guess you could say they'll share it. The announcement from our PA announcer, Tyler Stevenson, who happens to be the sports information director here. I'm not sure if he's getting paid extra to PA announce or if maybe that's not the case since he's on Tech's payroll. Well, that serve goes out of bounds, and Indiana Tech will get the serve. They're on the board here in set number 3. Van Oort about to check in along with Taylor Paul, as Callie Allen and Mallory Green will take a breather. 2-1, Aquinas with the lead. Bumped up in the air by Mitchell. Blust able to dig it out. Paul has that one go right off the hands of Harpenau. That's a point for Tech. And this set is tied.
They switched the libero. It's Olivia Gessner now.
Apparently Gessner is now the libero. J.C. Blust had been the libero, but apparently they switched. Swatted down, and that's going to be a point for Aquinas. I think that was Jones, and it was. She'll take a breather, and Abby Perkins will come into the game. 3-2 in favor of Aquinas. Bumped up in the air. Paul sends it over. The return goes out of bounds on a shot from Mitchell, and we are tied. Three to 3 here in set number 3 as Indiana Tech is trying to win a set for the first time tonight. Lost to Aquinas 3-1. They played Aquinas twice last year, once in the regular season. They got swept in that one 3-0. Then they played again in the playoffs, and Aquinas won that. So lately the Saints have been a thorn in the Warriors' side, and the Saints now lead this set 4-3. This is Jennifer Johnson from Hamilton, Michigan, who will serve. And that one goes off the net. Well, 3 of the Warriors' points have been off of errors by Aquinas. This is Kelsey Schaldenbrand who checks into the game. Schaldenbrand is the second leader in assists for Indiana Tech behind Andrea Shriver. Shriver has 592 assists coming into this game. My guess is she's eclipsed 600 already tonight. And that kill is going to go to Taylor Paul as it deflected off of 2 Aquinas Saints before going off the net. The Warriors take a 5-4 lead. Schaldenbrand sends it over, and that one drops in no man's land. That had to be miscommunication between Johnson and Krause as the ball dropped right in between the two of them. Kelsey Schaldenbrand will get the serve for Tech. She gets it over, bumped up by Harpenau. And that one just gets over the net. Westra with the kill. Emma Westra. And it's 7-4 Warriors with the lead. They've scored 4 straight points as they try to get on the board and take set number 3. That serve just barely clears the net. It's an ace for Kelsey Schaldenbrand. Timeout taken by Aquinas. And we'll take a 1-minute timeout along with them on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything.
(8-4) in favor of Indiana Tech here in set number 3 as they try to avoid being swept by Aquinas here at Klein Court, but the serve goes out of bounds. And after Indiana Tech had scored 5 straight points, this one will go to the Saints. Kenzie Dobasevich will serve. Her serve clears. It's Gessner who bumps it up. That gets deflected off multiple Saints. Bump back over, I think, by Omo. Gessner is there. She'll bump it up in the air. And the return by Chloe Mitchell. And now Aquinas gets back-to-back points. They're down 2 here in set number 3. They lead the match 2-0. They're trying to complete a sweep of the Warriors here at Klein Court. I'm not sure if the official was adjusting the net there, but either way, they got it fixed. And Dobasevich serves it over. Paul gets the kill off the hands of Mitchell. Some subs will check in for Tech. That's J.C. Blust checking in along with Callie Allen. Callie Allen from St. Joseph, Michigan. She went to Lakeshore High School. Bump back over, returned by Omo. Westra with a return meanwhile. That's going to be bumped down by Westra. That ball went off the net. 10-6 Warriors. They've scored back-to-back points. And this is Mallory Green to serve. Swatted down, that one goes out. And I beg your pardon, it was actually J.C. Blust who was serving. She's from Florence, Kentucky. I believe she's one of actually 3 Kentucky natives on this Indiana Tech team. One of those is Marley Jackson. She's out for tonight. Sent back over by Abby Perkins. The return by Allen, and she'll get the kill. 12-6, the Warriors with the lead. A 6-point lead is the largest the lead has been in this third set, but that kill will go to Meredith Krause. 12-7 in Indiana Tech's favor. Warriors trying to avoid being swept. Here's Perkins with the serve. And nobody was there to dig that one out after Gessner bumped it up in the air. So Aquinas will get the point. They're down 12-8. Perkins with another serve. Allen got right in front of Gessner, and that's going to be a point for Aquinas. It might have been Jones. Mitchell was there as well. Perkins with the serve. And that's going to be a kill for Callie Allen. (13 to 9) in favor of Tech. Poked right back over. Sheldon Brand sets it up, and that one crawls over the net. The point will go to Emma Westra. Mallory Green to serve, gets it over. That is Mitchell with the bump. Green able to keep it alive. Allen returned, and that's going to be a point for Aquinas. I think that was Mitchell. Jones was also there. Abby Harpenow ready to check in, and she will for Jennifer Johnson. This is Chloe Mitchell to serve. 14-10. Indiana Tech leads it here in set number 3. But it's Aquinas who leads the match. Kept alive by Cummings. Diving effort by Allen, but she couldn't get to it.
Point, Aquinas.
14-11 in favor of Aquinas. This is Chloe Mitchell to serve. That's bumped up in the air by Gessner. Returned. Cummings returns it. Allen swats it and gets the kill. St. Yondo diving after it for the dig, but Yondo came up short. And in the game comes Andrea Shriver. Shriver's serve gets over. It's bumped up in the air by Kraus, and that one goes off the net on the shot by Harpenow. 16-11 in favor of the Warriors, as they try to avoid being swept. Shriver's serve gets over. Mitchell has it blocked. Still alive, though. Mitchell another try. This time gets it over and gets the kill. Beg your pardon, it's Jones. She was in the same area that Mitchell was when she swatted one off the net. And it's 16-12. This is Jenna Behrens out to serve for Aquinas. Saints lead the match 2-0. But it's Tech who leads this set 16-12. But that's going to be a kill for Abby Harpenow. Went off the hand of, I think, Allen. And Aquinas is within 3. Behrens will serve. Gets it over. That's bumped up in the air by Blust. Allen with the return. Kept alive by Yondo. Sent back over, I think, by Mitchell. Check that. That was Roselle, Jackie Roselle. Leading attacker on this Aquinas team, and she's been fairly quiet. That one went off the net and out. And it's 16-14. I believe that's 3 straight points for the Saints. They're down 2. Tech leads at 16-14, but the Saints starting to put together a rally. Barron sends it out. Van Ort and Paul will come into the game for Indiana Tech. And it'll be Van Ort who will serve. Kept up in the air. That's Mitchell with the bump. Deflected, and that's going to be a point for Aquinas. Roselle will get the kill. They're down 17-15 here in set number 3. And the official fixing something with the net, and had to do that only twice so far. But in both cases, the Indiana Tech bench was chanting the Jeopardy theme song. As Yondo sends it over, dug out by Gessner. Gessner bumps it up in the air. And that one looked like it went off the hand of Shriver, and it did. Harpenow will get the kill, and it's 17-16. Indiana Tech with the lead, but Aquinas is putting a rally together. That's bumped up in the air, poked over. Mitchell with the set attempt, but the kill attempt goes long from Kraus. The Warriors get the point. They're up 18-16. Bumped up in the air by Yondo. And that one goes long. Another point for Tech. They're up 19-16. That's back-to-back points for the Warriors, both off of attack errors by Aquinas. Olivia Gessner to serve for Indiana Tech. She gets it over. Diving attempt by Yondo. Harpenau pokes it over. The swat, and that one went off an Aquinas player. And a point for, I think, Taylor Paul. Beg your pardon, Taylor Sorg gets the kill. She's from Zionsville, Indiana, down in the Indy area. That's Yondo who bumps it up in the air. Kept alive. Did that one go out? No, it did not. Harpenau gets the kill. It's 20-17 in favor of Indiana Tech. This is Jennifer Johnson to serve. She's a freshman from Hamilton, Michigan. Swatted down, kept alive by Yondo. Gessner digs it out. Taylor Paul has it bumped up in the air by Yondo. And that one goes out of bounds. Meredith Kraus sends it long. And it's 21-17. The sub entering the game is Emma Westra. And this is Kelsey Sheldonbrand from Clarkston, Michigan, who will serve for the Warriors. Yondo bumps it up in the air. I think that's Westra who poked it back over for the Warriors. That's deflected, and a point for Aquinas. I think that was going to go to Roselle. Jackie Roselle from Grand Rapids, Michigan, to Forest Hills, North Carolina. She'll get a breather. And this will be Kenzie Dobasevich. Will serve for the Saints, and she gets it over. Poked back over. They chase after it. Yondo tripped over Mitchell. Point for Indiana Tech. And this is Callie Allen re-entering the game. 22-18. And a timeout taken by Aquinas. Indiana Tech leading 22-18. Back after this on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
22-18. Indiana Tech leads it here in set number 3. Aquinas leads the match 2-0. But Indiana Tech leading set number 3 by 4. And they've got the serve. That's bumped up in the air by Dobasevich. Poked over, kept alive, but not for long. That point will go to Meredith Kraus. 22-19. As Aquinas looks to rally here in set number 3. Indiana Tech looking to avoid a sweep. As Abby Perkins will serve it. She gets it over, but it goes long. Mallory Green and Haviland Cummings will come into the game. It'll be Green to serve. It's bumped up in the air, and the kill for Kraus. Aquinas not going away. They're down 3, 23-20. Indiana Tech with the lead here in set number 3. And it'll be Chloe Mitchell to serve for the Saints. And Mitchell's serve clears. It clears everything. It goes out of bounds. And now the Warriors are at set point, up 24-20. Andrea Shriver will serve. She sends it over. Bumped up in the air. Mitchell is there. Blocked down by Haviland Cummings, and Indiana Tech takes set number 3. Indiana Tech avoids a sweep. They'll go for the tie in set number 4. That'll be when we come back. We'll take a 1 and 47 break. You are watching Indiana Tech Volleyball, brought to you by Summit City Sports.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
We are back here at Klein Court here at Indiana Tech. The Warriors take set number 3 and avoid a sweep. They'll go for the tie here in set number 4, down 2-1 against Aquinas. We do have somewhat of an update for you. Indiana Tech and Penn State are now in the second period in the women's hockey game. Still no score, though. And last checked, Huntington North was leading New Haven 14-12. The game going on Summit City Sports. This broadcast, of course, is brought to you by Summit City Sports. And when we last saw the game at Northrop, Dwenger was leading Northrop 28-7, and looks like they might still be as the third quarter looks like it's about to get started there. But the two teams are back out on the court as we get ready for set number 4. Indiana Tech trying to even up the match. Aquinas trying to finish off the win. And if Aquinas does get the win, they will go to 6-5, just over 500 in WAC play. Indiana Tech trying to get their 10th conference win of the season. And they've got back-to-back games. They've got Cornerstone coming in here tomorrow afternoon. That's a 1 o'clock start. as Andrea Shriver will serve it for Tech. Her serve is bumped up by Yondo. Swatted down, and there's an early kill for Meredith Krause. And Aquinas takes the early 1-0 lead. This is Behrens who serves it. Returned by Blust. And I think that's going to be Harpenow who gets the kill. And Behrens will serve another one. 2 early points for Aquinas. That's dug out nicely by Blust. Diving attempt there by Behrens. She keeps it alive. Kept alive on the other end by Blust. Swatted down. Kept alive by Mitchell. It's going to be an error against Aquinas. Net violation. And Indiana Tech will get the point, and they'll get to serve. Noelle Van Ort has just come back into the game. She's from Mantorville, Minnesota, and she's the leading attacker for Indiana Tech coming into play today. And Van Ort's serve clears the net. Swatted down, and the kill for Harpenow. Another update from one of our high school football games going on Summit City Sports. Carroll leads Wayne 31-0. That game's at halftime. It's a really nice setup that they have over at Carroll High School for football and for soccer games that they ended up hosting this year, as Abby Harpenow has that one go right off her hand. Olivia Gessner will serve for Indiana Tech. They're down 3-2. Gessner gets it over, bumped up in the air. Nice dig by Yondo. And that one goes out of bounds. Tech gets the point. And this set is tied at 3 apiece. Indiana Tech has already avoided the sweep. Now they try to tie this match at 2 apiece. Swatted down, bumped up in the air. I think that was Shriver. And that's returned just barely. Harpenow able to knock it over. Jennifer Johnson into the game. And she will get to serve for Aquinas as they lead at 4-3 in set number 4. Dug out, I think that was Gessner. That goes off the net, point to Aquinas. Or is that Blust who's back in at libero? I think that's Blust, J.C. Blust, number 5. And another serve coming for Johnson. But that goes out of bounds. And I beg your pardon, it is Gessner who is the libero for the Warriors. And Emma Westra will check in along with Kelsey Schaldenbrand. And Schaldenbrand will serve for Indiana Tech. And that one goes off the hands of Jennifer Johnson, and ace for Schaldenbrand. And they lead it, or rather they tie the set at 5 apiece. They're trying to tie the match at 2 sets apiece. We'll see if they can accomplish that goal. That's bumped up in the air, and that one just lands inside. Abby Perkins gets the kill. And Aquinas retakes the lead. They're up 6-5. That's kept alive, very close to the line. Sent right back over. I believe that was Taylor Paul. That one goes out of her reach, but a nice dig by Gessner. Poked over, and that's a point for Aquinas. Meredith Krause. Back-to-back points for the Saints. They're up 7-5. Dug out by Gessner, but that goes off the net. Point to Aquinas, as neither Paul nor Sheldonbrand were able to return it. And it's 8-5, Saints on top, as Kenzie Dobasevich will serve it for the Saints. And that one just drops right in front of Gessner, an ace for Dobasevich. And a timeout taken by Indiana Tech. They're down 9-5 in set number 4, back after 1 minute here on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything.
Nine to 5, Indiana Tech trailing Aquinas here in set number 3. Aquinas leads the match 2-1. Tech just avoided the sweep by taking set number 3. Final score of that set was 25-20. Dug out nicely. I think that was Shriver who dug it, and the kill will go to Taylor Paul. I beg your pardon, it was Van Ort who dug it out moments ago. And now Callie Allen will check in along with J.C. Blust. Olivia Geisner has been the libero these last 2 sets. And by the way, we do have a score in the Indiana Tech women's hockey game. Tech and Penn State are tied at 1 apiece. I think that's going to be a net violation. Tech goes to the Warriors. They pull within 2. 9-7 they trail. Callie Allen to serve for Indiana Tech. She gets it over. That's bumped up by Yondo and just poked over by Chloe Mitchell. Little soft touch by Mitchell, the sophomore out of Spring Lake, Michigan. Went to Western Michigan Christian High School. Not to be confused with Western Michigan University. That one gets poked over by Omo. And that one drops a point for Tech. 10-8. End of the game comes Mallory Green to serve it for the Warriors. It's dug up. Mitchell bumps it. Return by Jones. Bluss sends it up in the air. The return by Allen, and she gets the kill. Just dropped it inside that end line. 10-9 in favor of Aquinas. Almost said Augustine, the wrong saint mentioned there. They poked that one up in the air. Oh, nice dig by Blust. Allen had that one go off the hands of a Saint and out of bounds. Check that, it did not go off of a Saint. Looked at first like it did, but it's going to be a point for Aquinas. Chloe Mitchell with the serve. Poked up in the air, and that's just barely poked over by Westra. Dug out by Yondo. And the kill right off the hands of Blust. It's Kraus who gets the kill. Meredith Kraus from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. And Chloe Mitchell will serve it. 12-9, Aquinas with the lead. Allen gets the kill. Had it deflected, looked like off of Jones's hands. Either her or off of Harpenau. But either way, Callie Allen gets the kill And now Andrea Shriver will serve it for Indiana Tech. Shriver sends it over. Harpenow has it blocked down. Haviland Cummings. Back-to-back points for the Warriors. They're down 1, 12-11 here in set number 3. As they're trying to even the match at 2 apiece. And that one just goes off of Gessner. It was Harpenow who got the kill, and this is going to be Behrens who serves it. She's from Zeeland, Michigan. 13-11 in favor of the Saints. Behrens has it bumped up in the air. Sent back by Harpenow. Allen sends it long. And Jenna Behrens will serve it for Aquinas. 14-11, the lead for Aquinas. She gets it over. Allen pokes it. Kept alive by Mitchell. And that one goes maybe off of Indiana Tech. It's going to be a point for Roselle. Jackie Roselle apparently did have it go off of Indiana Tech. That's what the side judge is saying. Haviland Cummings pleading her case. But it's going to be to no avail. Well, Callie Allen will come into the game for Indiana Tech. And a timeout going to be taken by Tech. We're down 15-11 here in set number 4. We're back after this 1-minute break here on this broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything.
(15-11) in favor of Aquinas here in set number 4. They're trying to close out the match. Indiana Tech trying to even the match at 2 sets apiece. Aquinas took the first 2 sets of this match. Indiana trying to take back-to-back sets of their own right. This is Jenna Behrens serving for Aquinas. That one just gets over the net. That point's going to go to Aquinas as the Warriors could not return it. And the Saints go up 16-11. We'll be right back here again tomorrow for Indiana Tech Volleyball as the Warriors take on Cornerstone. Warriors are trying to get their 10th conference win of the season. That's redirected, I think, by Jones. She and Harpenow were both in the area. That one goes over Jones. Roselle pokes it over. That's going to be an attack error. Noelle Van Ort will serve. She gets it over. Bumped up in the air. And the kill for Abby Harpenow. And Aquinas leads at 17-12. This is Adrian Yondo with the serve. Going down to dig it out was Gessner. Paul sends it over. Yondo keeps it alive. Swatted down by Roselle. Jackie Roselle makes it an 18-12 Aquinas lead, a 6-point lead. Almost said 18-point lead. That would have been wrong. By the way, Indiana Tech now leads Penn State in women's hockey 2-1. That game is in the second period as Yondo serves it over. Bumped up in the air. I think that was Taylor Sorg who returned it. That's off the hands of Cummings. And I think that's going to be Kraus with the kill. And here's Yondo to serve. 19-12 in favor of Aquinas. Yondo sends it over. Bumped up in the air. Cummings gets it down, but it's dug out by Mitchell. Paul swats it. Too long. 20-12 in favor of Aquinas. Here's Yondo to serve it. She gets it over. Dug out by Gessner. Cummings kept alive, and then Mitchell sends it over. Swatted down, and a kill for Taylor Paul as she tries to keep her team in this one. Emma Westrow was about to check in, and instead it's going to be Madeleine Omo. This is Gessner to serve. 20-13 in favor of Aquinas. Swatted down in the kill for number 23, Abby Perkins. And it's 21-13 as Aquinas tries to move closer and closer to taking this match. Jennifer Johnson to serve for the Saints. Swatted down, dug out by Yondo. Paul swats it off the hands of Mitchell, and a kill for Taylor Paul. Kelsey Sheldon-Brand will serve as her team is down 7. Sheldon-Brand clears the net. Yondo digs it out. Roselle has it dug out by Gessner. Paul has it returned off the line. Abby Perkins able to get the kill. I think Rochelle was there as well. Roselle will get a breather as Dobasevich will come in to serve. 22-14 in favor of Aquinas here in set number 4. Poked down by Madeleine Omo. 22-15. J.C. Blust comes in for Indiana Tech. Tech still with a chance. Need to get some points together quick. That one would not clear the net. The point is going to go to Abby Perkins, and it's 23-15. Aquinas on top by 8. And this is Perkins to serve. Her shot is dug out. Bumped up in the air. Kept alive by Perkins. How about that hustle? But Meredith Kraus could not keep it alive. It's going to be a point to Tech. They're down 23-16. Evelyn Cummings comes into the game, and in to serve is Mallory Green. Green sends it over. That's barely dug out. Westra has that one come up short. And it's 24-16, and this is match point as Aquinas tries to finish this one off. Chloe Mitchell will serve. Mitchell has it deflect off the net. Still alive. Poked over. Mitchell pumps it up in the air. And that's going to be a point for Indiana Tech. It's not over yet. 24-17 And now I think that's Taylor Paul that's Mallory Green who's mopping up a wet spot on the floor, and she's getting a little bit of help from J.C. Blust. Indiana Tech trying to put together a rally, keep this game going for at least another set. Or another serve, I should say, as Shriver gets it over. Yondo, they go for the return. Mitchell sends it up. Just barely sent over by Harpenow. Swatted over the line, and that's it. Aquinas wins it 3-1. 25-17 here in set number 4, and Aquinas is your winner 3-1 over Indiana Tech. Aquinas goes to 15-11, 6-5 in WAC play. Indiana Tech falls to 17-10, 9-3 in WAC play. They'll take on Cornerstone tomorrow and try to get their 10th conference win of the season. And we'll have that game for you on the broadcast of Indiana Tech Volleyball, brought to you by Summit City Sports. In the meantime, for my camera operator, Lindley Kistler, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Indiana Tech. Indiana Tech falls 3-1 to Aquinas. You've been watching Indiana Tech Volleyball on this broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.